Hello, I'm Rose Condes. I've been a principal of this school for 5 years. Uh, I would like you to know about the Philippine National School for the Blind. This is the only government residential school for the visually impaired in the entire Philippine archipelago. There is none like this. This is only one. This is the only school supported by the government. And it offers educational programs and services to learners with visual impairment who are in kindergarten, in elementary, in high school, in junior high school, and next June 2016, the next school opening or the next school year here in the Philippines, this school would be offering senior high school program that is grade 11 and grade 12.
How many students do you have at the school?
Currently, there are 145 visually impaired learners benefiting from the educational programs and services of PNSB. They call this PNSB, Philippine National School for the Blind. And out of the 145 learners, there are 22 adult learners, schooled and unschooled, under the alternative learning system. That is a kind of delivery mode that we are offering to visually impaired learners who are already past the school age but still would like to acquire elementary and secondary school diploma.
Can you tell me some of the issues that your students face on a day-to-day basis?
I beg your pardon?
Can you tell me some of the problems that your students face on a day-to-day basis?
Okay. Majority of the learners in this institution come from indigent families. That is the reason why more than 70% of our learners are living in the school dormitories. It is the school that provide them the board and lodging. We are not charging a single centavo for while the students are living in the dormitories. We do not also charge a single centavo in their education in this school. But in spite of the services that we are giving to our students, still, when the learners go home, it's just like this. The setup in the dormitory is just like this. Early Monday morning, the students are being brought to school by their parents with a big luggage that contains the clothes for 1 week's use. They are being checked in the dormitories. Once they are checked in the dormitories, it means the school is assuming the full responsibility of looking after these children for 1 week. When they are checked out on Friday, after all the instructions were done, after all the academic and non-academic instructions were given to them on Friday, late Friday afternoon, then they would be checked out. And that means we are being relieved of their responsibility for the weekend. On the part of the student, they are having difficulties coming back the following Monday because of because they don't have money that they would be able to use to for the transportation fare going back to school.
Could you tell me some of the services your school provides, please?
Okay, so the number one services that we are offering is the dormitory services, and the dormitory is the is under the office of the special schools principal. Under the office of the special schools principal, the dormitory is being manned or being supervised by the highest official is the dormitory manager. The dormitory manager oversees the operation of the dormitory. She is also the one preparing the budget and saying to it that the budget would cover the entire needs of the student, even though the budget is not that big. She has to spend within the budget. So under the leadership of the dormitory manager, she has one dormitory father and one dormitory mother. So the dormitory father is the one who looks after the children in the boys' dormitory, and the dormitory mother is the one who looks after the girls in the female dormitory. And then the dormitory also has two staff, and they are the dormitory cooks. Okay. So aside from the dormitory services provided by the school, we have the medical services. And then we have the social services. It is under this office is under the social welfare officer, who looks into the possibility of helping the students who are in needs in terms of looking for sponsors or attending to the needs of the students who are having difficulties at home by talking to the parents through home visitation.
And you've also got things like music and a full-time nurse and a full-time dentist.
Yeah, we have a full-time dentist and a full-time nurse.
Okay. How often, so scratch that question, what's the hardest thing about being the principal at school?
The hardest thing about being a principal of this school is, you see, this school is not an ordinary school. It is a special school in such a way that I have different kinds of students from different levels. You see, in the entire Philippines, you would see that a certain school is for elementary. Another school is for secondary students, but in this school, I have kindergarten, I have elementary students, I have high school students, and then, of course, next year, my high school students would be divided into two groups, the junior high school and the senior high school. And this is a residential school, and we are given specific budget, and we have to move, or we have to make use of that budget to sustain or to provide for all the needs of our students. If the budget is not enough, we really have to go out and source fund. You see, especially when it comes to learning materials, I know that the Department of Education of this country is doing its best to provide, but then there are some materials that this school has to wait for quite some time before it come. And I just cannot tell our students to just wait. We cannot tell them to wait. So we have to move and find ways so these materials can be provided. And the materials, the assistive devices, we also call it enabling technologies that our students are using are not devices that are available in the country. It is available outside the country.
Okay, good. What's the best thing about being a student and the principal of the school?
The best thing about the principal of the school is that it's very challenging. Although it is very difficult, it is very challenging, because once you would, if you want something to happen for the school, then and then you work hard for it, and then you achieve it, then it's something to rejoice